Our principal role as designers is to accelerate new ideas. However, the difficulty lies not so much in developing new ideas as in escaping from old ones. An old idea is rectangular grid office layout, most associated with Herman Miller's Action office of the mid-60s, approximately 50 years ago. Recently, that design has morphed into a linear grid concept called benching. But is the grid still the best method for organizing relationships? In 21st century office design, we face a new question. To whom or to what do we relate? In large part, the answer is that we now relate to technology. The workplace is becoming a theater of knowledge exchange, accelerating responsiveness, and inspiring innovation. The workplace is collaborative around technology. Importantly, we can improve the way we put technology to work. A simple observation makes this point. There is an inherent flaw in linear grid layout, a method that forces side-by-side relationships rather than face-to-face interaction. Because linear grid arrangements create long rows, it is difficult to construct interactive groups. In a 6-group cluster, one end has no relationship to the other end. Guest seating is problematic because guest seating intrudes on both the user space and the space of the adjacent station. Standing guests loom over 2 workstations. There is a better path. Introducing a new geometry for building more collaborative relationships called solar planning. The solar system objective is to create a seated triangular relationship between users and the computer screen. The intent is to provide better view of the video screen for users and provide a better view of the users for the video camera. The solar system is grounded in the following ergonomics. A patented geometric shape called a pod nests into a complex array of shapes called clusters that enhance functionality. The following principles of a pod yield substantial interactive benefits. Computer screens should be positioned at the front of the pod for collaborative use. The patented shape of the pod is angular and curved, stretching edge area and wrapping users in a 10-foot arc of efficiency, all within the spin of a chair. Visitors approach forward-facing users in the same manner as a private office, adding dignity to the module. Visitors are able to pull up a chair for collaborative work or a social visit. Both physically and metaphorically, providing guest seating lowers the level of conversation in the room. Clusters vary in shape and number of users, creating differing modes of interaction, appropriate to departmental needs for more or less privacy. Mode 1. Creative clusters are team interactive. Works well for product design, marketing, engineering, programmers. Mode 2. Operations clusters are intermittently interactive, requiring guest seating for face-to-face meetings, typically for supervisors, accounting, facilities, R&D. Mode 3. Executive clusters provide conference seating for small group meetings in a semi-private atmosphere. Best for department heads, finance, human resources, legal. Mode 4. Outreach clusters offer nested privacy and cross-cluster backup, efficient for customer service, call centers, accounts receivable, sales. The automated solar planning system utilizes drag-and-drop pre-configured clusters to facilitate planning by function. Here's how it works. We'll start by dragging in a product development cluster, followed by a marketing cluster, a social media cluster, and software engineers. Next, we drag in executive clusters that are semi-private with guest seating. Executive functions are located in proximity to creative clusters because development is directly related to the mission of the company. Located in the next block of space is product development, offering collaborative theater for smaller teams. Sales clusters are positioned adjacent to product development and customer service. Customer service modules offer pull-up seating for supervisors and backup support from team members. Operations modules, located adjacent to outreach clusters, are within supervisory vista of the entire workplace. Outreach clusters are located in a more private area. Solar workplaces are social to encourage a sense of teamwork, featuring organic, efficient traffic patterns. Layouts include video presentation centers and intermingled conference tables. Surprisingly, this does not necessarily cost space, and in many instances, save space. In this comparative example, we have positioned standard benching modules for maximum density. The result is 117 user seats. The user density for the solar system is also 117 seats, all with space for a pull-up chair. Additionally, we have accommodated 1 conference table, 8 theater screens, 2 coffee stations, and plenty of space for art. This example layout arose from a real-life test fit. Typical results have shown this to be a normal comparison. Our belief is that solar planning is more social, more collaborative, and more efficient. Compared to the brick-by-brick method of linear planning, it's also a lot more fun.